All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, so we're doing an evening stream. I'm trying to set it up to where I'm doing at least, a couple of streams during the evening hours or in the evening as well. Try to match up with more people's schedules where possible. And then, of course, all of these are now going up on YouTube. So if you need that information, all you got to do is type in !YouTube, and it'll give you that link. Or you can just go on YouTube, look for Rocketology, and look for my symbol. Alright, so today is going to be the final episode of our vanilla playthrough from the beginning all the way through the Shadow of Kerensky DLC, which is DLC7. It turns out that last mission we did was actually it. I mean, it kind of felt open-ended there at the end. It felt like there was going to be more coming after that, but that's it, as far as the story side of DLC7 goes. So I don't know if they left it open-ended for you as a player to kind of fulfill through imagination, or if there's going to be yet another DLC coming for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Who knows? Corbell, what's up, man? You switch back and play some regular MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries tonight. You mean regular as in vanilla? Like, what do you mean? And I'm looking forward to getting some modded playthrough in, but we also have been teasing about getting back into some Kerbal Space Program, so we'll be doing that this coming week as well. But I'm going to downgrade our mods list. I don't want to have to go through and troubleshoot and all the other stuff. Ah, you've been playing Clans, okay. You went back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries from Clans, okay. How strange is it going? Do you think it is like going between the two back and forth? There are obvious some very obvious differences. Okay, so I have moved. I did play a little bit offline yesterday. Right, so if you're not aware, the main campaign, the vanilla main campaign ends way the hell out here on HD 438297. Well, it turns out DLC 7 also ends at 438 HD 438297. Right, that's where you get the last mission, takes you way out here. But I came back down here. I did a couple of arena missions. I've leveled up the arena skill a couple of times. And now we are over here at Heiner. And I was thinking about doing something different for the first modded playthrough, because I think we're still a few weeks out before we'll see TT Rules AI mod be updated, since he's reworking on several aspects of it. I checked the status of a lot of the mods today. I was thinking about wondering about doing one and see how far we can get flying solo. Right? How far do you think we would be able to get as a solo, merc? Alright, so no new mechs, but there are probably a couple that finally came online that you haven't seen yet, right? We have a Direwolf Alpha. This is not necessarily my favorite loadout for a Direwolf, but it works. Right, it is rocking 2 Clan Streak SRM6s, 1 Clan Gauss Rifle, an AMS targeting computer, and 3 large pulse lasers. The 3 large pulse lasers do hit like a truck, I'll say that. Right, they hit hard. Right, but even better is the Hellbringer Prime, right, which the Interseer calls the Loki. Right, which has a Clan anti-missile system, 3 ER medium lasers, Clan ECM, Clan active probe, 2 Clan ER PPCs, a Clan Streak SRM6, and 2 Clan machine guns, which I completely forgot even has the 2 machine guns. But dude, I did a couple of arena missions with this thing. Dude, this thing rocks. It runs a little hot, but dude, it slaughters wholesale. Right, and then of course we have our Timberwolf, which is now back up to full strength, or Timberwolf Alpha, or no, Prime, rather, which is back up to full strength. Right, running 2 ER large lasers, 2 clan LRM-20s, 2 clan ER medium lasers, and a clan machine gun. MGB!
Final episode?
Yeah, final episode for this vanilla playthrough, yes. As we finish the main camp, the final story mission for the Shadow of Kerensky DLC7. I didn't even realize it was the final mission because it doesn't really feel like a final mission, but it was the final mission. And
Dr. Pepper, elixir of the gods.
you know me, had to do it. Tuki had already happened. Like, you're not part of it. All right, if we go here and go to the news. All right, there's the Battle of Luthien. Masquerade agents killed Justin Allard and Candace Lau. And Nova Cat's confirmed to be latest adversary on combined front. Twycross falls to Invader Clan Steel Viper. Where is it? Thomas Merrick signs contract, comes to our refugees. Primus Mori enters in the new contract of the Gordian House. Comes to our Exodus. Now, West Dragoons announced the formation of the MRBC as the MRB Flounders. Yeah, Hans Davian dies of heart attack. Primus Waterley dies suddenly. Let's be back into the one. Clans resume invasion. Oh, okay. When does Tukid happen? Alright, clan invasion resumes. Outreach Summit came to a close. I thought there was something in here for... Alright, clans resume invasion. Cross falls to the new invader, Clan Steel Viper. Alshain has fallen to Clan Ghost Bear. Clan Nova Cat's confirmed to be latest adversary on a combined front. Yeah, they had different clans come back. Alright, Goonsburg unconditional surrenders without a fight. Masquerova agent kills Justin Allard and Candace Lau. But he actually only got Justin Allard. Alright, Captain Ragnar Magnusson falls to Clan Wolf. Luthien stands. Yeah, this is where House Hans Davion actually comes to save the capital of Draconis Combine. Alright, Prignus Magnusson, that's their one. Alright, important notice from Comstar. This is where Comstar starts, you know, apologizing for lying to everybody. The Comguards defeat the clan's 15-year truce established. There it is. Yeah. So May in 3052. Yeah, aware of the threat the clans presented to the Dream of Our Blessed Order, Anastasius Folk and his Comguards, by order of Primus Mindo Waterley, met and defeated the invaders within the first 3 weeks of May of 3052. In stopping the clans, he facilitates the rebirth of our Blessed Order and its acceptance of the role of Jerome Blake envisioned when he founded Comstar. From this day forth, 12th of May shall be remembered as the day the Comguards emerged victorious from the battlefield of Tukiad to win us a hard-earned 15 years of peace between our people and the children of Kerensky. So yeah, it's barely even a footnote. Yep, Sunzi Lau announces death of Chancellor Ramana Lau. Yep, Candace Lau comes and kills her. Alright, Primus Mineral Waterley dies of sudden cerebral hemorrhage. Yep, also killed. Anastasia Folk implicates Comstar in aiding the clans during invasion. Hans Davion dies of a heart attack. He literally worked himself to death. His son Victor takes over. Alright, Srilar Mori elected new Primus of Comstar. They start doing a purge of Comstar. And this is where the word of Blake kind of divides off from Comstar. Yeah, it's a fundamental change in a lot of things when it comes to the Inner Sphere, for sure. All right, Comstar Exodus underway as Maury purges ranks of anti-reformists. Right, and the anti-reformists, they basically go on to form the Word of Blake, which in turn later on leads to the Dark Ages. All right, new contracts, little houses. Thomas Merrick signs contract, Comstar refugees. Right, is everybody getting booted out? They flock to Thomas Merrick, since Thomas Merrick used to be one of them. Doorbell, yes, several of them, because they tried assassinating other people, right? Like, for example, they tried to assassinate Justin Allard and his wife, Candace Allard. And as far as the news goes, they were successful, but they actually were only able to kill Justin, right? Where Candace Lau actually survived the assassination attack and goes back and she kills her sister, Ramana Lau, right? And gives a stark warning to her son. NGB, I am not super familiar with that timeline after that point. Or after that. I gotta go back to reading the books. Right, there's a lot of that time period is written by new authors. And the last book of the Great Death Trilogy? Nice. The Great Death Trilogy really sets up the Battletech and MechWarrior universe really well. And the Warrior Trilogy is after that. And that's when you'll learn really who Justin Allard is and how devious Hans Davion actually is and why he earned the nickname the Fox. Yeah, but the last book, that's where, well, I don't want to spoil it. I'll wait till you're done reading it. You know, and I was watching some YouTube videos earlier today of some people playing, of other YouTubers playing the Shadow of Kerensky DLC. Man, they're not having, there's not nearly as many clan mechs showing up in their missions. Right, so before I called it quits last night, I was doing one of these. Oh yeah, break the line. Active artillery emplacements. Right, so not only is there a shit ton of artillery pieces, like I mean like 12 or 15 of them. Like there's like a crap ton, dude. They can turn the whole ground red. Like there's no avoiding it, getting hit, right? And there's light mechs. There's a constant stream of light mechs coming at you, right? So it's like death by 1,000 cuts. You know, and I just happened to see somebody else do the same mission. And, you know, it's like 1 or 2 lights coming at them. You know, here, dude, at one point, dude, we had an entire company of lights at one time coming at us. And, it, you know, and it was a consistent, you know, and it's just like death by 1,000 cuts. All of a sudden, one mech goes down, then the next mech goes down, you know, and it was a complete wipe. All right. Demolition contract. Infiltration. I'm not a super fan of the infiltration missions, to be honest. Ooh, a 4-mission operation. Ooh, that could be rough. But that could also be sweet. That could be a shit ton of salvage. Doorbell, yeah, a lot of people do, and the main game kind of sets you up for that, to be honest. Like, the main campaign kind of sets you up to that. You're getting the heavy mechs way too early. I prefer sticking with the lights and mediums for as long as possible. I mean, if running medium mechs, like a full lance of mediums for the missions, that to me seems to be the sweet spot for money and salvage, right? That's where you make a crap ton of money. Right, And then once you get into heavy mechs, your repair costs go up, your repair times increase dramatically, and assault mechs is even worse. Right? And medium mechs, they can repair so quickly that you only really need 2 lances of them. Where if you go, once you get into assault mechs, you need 3, you need almost a full company in order to be able to do consistent missions. Yeah, Dorba, yeah, some of the last missions of clans, I've only played through it once, so I only know if you, well, there's a major decision if you're, I don't know how far along you want, but there's a major decision you have to make of who you want to side with clans, right? So I went left instead of, you know, staying to the right. So I don't know how the other side plays out until I play through it again, but I know on the other side, yeah, dude, you need some of those final missions, they're flipping rough, dude. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, right? So if you went left, you know, for me, left is leaving the clan. Bear Spit, yeah, it can be. Same with like the Phoenix Hawk. If you get a good Phoenix Hawk build, dude, because it's so fast and maneuverable. What's going on, Bear Spirit? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's the good guy way to go, right? Spoiler alert, not necessarily, not all, well, it depends, I guess, if you're a Crusader or a Warden, right, in the clans. That's essentially the choice you're making, right? Are you a Crusader or are you a Warden? Right? If you're a Warden, you're going to go left. If you're a Crusader, you're going to go right. And yeah, as I said, like, good is relative, but it's really about, like, and if you know enough about the clans, it's whether you're, you know, basically siding with the Crusader, you know, the Crusader side or the Warden side. Yeah, and Clan Wolf is kind of split, and in fact, it even splits off. It actually does split over that. Yeah, they don't. All right, quest, Pirate Hunt. Locate the traitors band of pirates occupying this farm and destroy them. According to intelligence reports, one of Ranta's sub-commanders is coordinating the pirates' operation here. The sub-commander is your prime target. I do not know why we're honored with the pirates. I don't know. Unless it's from this. Because you do earn pirate reputation by doing these missions. For whatever reason. All right, let's run this assassination and we'll take a look at this for mission operation. And a lot of times I like running heavies. Well, if you get the right heavy. In fact, I'm gonna run the Loki or Hellbringer on this one. Oh, by the way, the targeting computers go up to Mark V. I now have a Mark V computer. All right, I'm gonna give Sasha Lockwood the Basilisk. She's my SRM specialist, and she's a speed demon, so this thing will actually move faster. This one also has a 15% speed upgrade, so this is a pretty fast Hellbringer. All right, I'm reluctant to give my Timberwolf to somebody because they have a tendency to do something stupid. and lose an arm. All right, I'm gonna give it to him because he's a laser master and a heavy mech guy. All right, and finally we'll bring the Atlas 2. I give it to my autocannon specialist, who also has assault mech affinity. Durable, yeah. Well, the thing is with a light mech, right, is that you never stop moving. That's the #1 rule of a light mech. Never stop moving. Like when I used to play MechWarrior Online back in the, especially in the beta days, almost all I piloted was light mechs. And I would slaughter everybody wholesale. I mean, it's like, this is before they even introduced 12 mechs. They only had the small and medium-sized maps, and the most you could have on a side is 8 mechs, and I'd run a Jenner and have all 8 kills. And have, like, double the damage value of everybody else. Because you could get to damage dealing range that much sooner, and you could fire continuously. Right? And if you got in close and circle strafe somebody, most people, they didn't know how to, at the time, they didn't know how to deal with it. Right? And if somebody else is trying to shoot you while you're circle strafing their buddy, odds are they're going to be shooting their buddy and not you. I've noticed that the clan mechs seem to run smoother. Like there's not so much bounce in them. Yeah, they added them. They're in the latest DLC with this DLC7 as well. The Fire Moth running around like I call them little hooligans. All right, let's do it.
We need to reveal the prime target, Taisa Ranta. But in order to do that, we must assassinate the pirate sub-commander, Shane Simitsu. He's nearby. Sweep the battlefield and take him out when you find him.
Yeah, 93 kph on this bad boy.
New target, Javelin.
Incoming enemy armor.
New target, Quick Draw.
I'm showing nothing on scopes that can be identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the next nav point.
That target's a heap. All weapons on the commander's target.
Incoming missile.
All unit receiving heavy fire. It's critical. I can hear the pilot screaming from here.
Target acquired.
Ooh, that hostile's a smoking carcass.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Heat critical.
Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Scorched him.
Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
All right, let's go see what else is over here. There's a little bit more damage than that, and I thought I got too far ahead.
Target acquired.
Roger that. Engaging.
Target
Contact eliminated!
Target acquired.
Hostile set! Engaging! Hostile down!
Yeah, battle taxes for elementals. Elementals suck. Especially in clans, elementals are bad, dude. They're a little weird in this one, but I think it's kind of a tech limitation.
Acquisition. Just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Destroyed.
Contact verified. Opening fire! Cargo acquired.
New target Highlander. Target acquired. Incoming missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
CT's gonna blow. I'm out.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Roger that. We have a hostile tag. Focus all fire on it.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Weapon systems down. Getting ejecting. I need to eject.
Acquired.
Shimizu is dead. That's one target closer to Ranta.
New
Now let's pack it in before their friends arrive. Enemy ship landing at your location.
Weapon systems pulled to bits.
target destroyed. Target.
Got him!
Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
Weapons are hot. Move it to engage. Killed that mech.
Target destroyed.
Ejected.
All right, let's get out of here.
Target acquired.
Solid copy. We'll give them hell.
Hostile down.
Target destroyed.
Well, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Because we're not going against clan mechs. That's the reason. Yeah, I would love to see a new, like, I would love to see BattleTech 2, right? Like from the, the original BattleTech PC game. I would love to see the full mechanics of all the tabletop and lore built into a a full-scale BattleTech 2 game. But I don't see it happening. The licensing agreement alone would be a pain in the ass. Alright, we'll take the quick draw chassis and just go down the line here. Because none of this means anything to us other than money at this point. Sell off. And that armor is expensive to fix. Alright, kill 15 manticores. Hey, we finally finished that mission off. We've been carrying that Cantina mission forever. Bear Spit, yeah, I know in this game, the big part of it is game engine limitations. Right, or, you know, game programming limitations, I probably should say. Not necessarily blame it on the game engine itself, but a lot of things would have to be rebuilt in the core game. I mean, I think we saw that even with this game, because remember they were going to be adding infantry, and then they decided to go ahead and just release it as a standalone mod, like an official mod, because it wrecks performance of the game, right? And it's just kind of a pain in the butt. You have a Zeta Galaxy tattoo? Let me guess, it's a Marauder 2 or an Annihilator. Or do you actually have their insignia? All right, you are to be commended for your restraint when the cowardly pirates attempted to use peasants as shields. However, you're allowed many of the traitors to escape justice. To rectify this oversight and remain in good graces of the professional soldierly liaison, you must complete the job. Ranta's band of traitors have gone to ground on a world renowned for its storms. You'll need to follow them and fight through the terrifying weather. Ranta's second in command is known, believed to be in the area. Eliminate him and any of the deserters under his command, and the path to Ranta himself should be clear. Alright, let's fix our mechs. Well, throw that into storage first. Now let's fix our mechs. Damn, that's a long repair time. Oh, Zeta Galaxy, not Zeta Battalion. Okay, or Zeta Regiment. I was thinking Wolf's Dragoons Zeta Regiment. Everyone that doesn't know, Zeta Regiment in Wolf's Dragoons is all assault mechs. Right, and for a long time they were the exclusive users of the Annihilator mech and the Marauder 2. In fact, the Marauder 2 is made specifically for them. Oh, so you were probably stoked when Clans actually came out with the Clan Ghost Bear DLC, which I still haven't played through. I've had it since release and I still haven't played it. I don't know, I don't like MechWarrior 5 Clans as much as I do Mercenaries. Alright, I guess I just vibe better with, you know, the whole mercenary thing, right? Like, one of my favorite games of all time is MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. Yeah, Clan Ghost Bear, I don't know that much about. I've read most of the novels, all the way through the Jade Falcon trilogy, and I think one or two that come after. But I don't know a whole lot about Clan Ghost Bear specifically. Injury, that's because the guy that started Harebrained Schemes is the same guy that created Battletech to begin with. Right? It's just early on he ended up selling. They end up turning Battletech and MechWarrior into two different intellectual properties, and they sold MechWarrior, right, which is basically everything PC related, more or less, to Microsoft back in the day, right? And then they sold everything Battletech related to FASA, right? And then FASA kind of crumbled and it was bought by Catalyst Games. I think it's Catalyst Games that bought them. But he has actually stated that because he's been the guy has been an entrepreneur his whole life, creating different businesses and selling them off. And the one business that he wishes he never sold was Battletech. Yeah. Jordan Wiseman is one of the first ones, right? Yeah, Wiseman was they said the entrepreneur that created all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I saw an interview with him where he said that BattleTech is the one business that, like, the franchise thing that he wishes he never sold. Because Microsoft isn't really going to do anything with it, but they sure as shit ain't never going to sell it. And I know Harebrained Schemes has been asked multiple times if they ever plan on making a BattleTech 2, and it's not on their radar. Because the licensing agreements alone apparently were a pain in the ass the first time around. Plus, I think they'd rather go back and visit some other stuff. Bear Spirit, yeah, I have links blocked because I kept getting spammed. So if you want to share links, you'll have to do it through Discord. If you need access to Discord, just type in !Discord. Yeah, because if you have links on, man, dude, you just get bot spammed like crazy. Discrud. Bear Spirit, you're not wrong. But yeah, I have a BattleTech Mech Warrior channel in my Discord. Bear Spirit, now I feel like I need to change the command for Discord to Discrud. I know you said Discrode, but Discrud is what popped in my head. And yeah, I know, another Discord channel. I know, because I'm in more Discord channel. Dude, I've had to like I have had to group multiple Discords together, right? Because so like regarding like just Mech Warrior, right, and BattleTech, I think I have like 6 or 7 different Discords just for those. I'll have to make it as a second command. Just do a second Discrud. No, I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head. So, Bear Spirit, how long have you been playing BattleTech / Mech Warrior games? Like, when did you start? I guess, like, when did you start? I'm curious. I gotta dig for a second. One moment. So, this is when I started playing BattleTech. 1986. And this is when I started playing Mech Warrior. I think this is 1989. No, 91. This is 1991. Bearspit, you had this book? Dude, do you know how much these books are selling for now? If you have one of the originals like this one, 400, like I've seen these listed at $400 on an auction site. Like the buy it now price is like 400 bucks. NGB used to have them too. Yeah, I even have. You know what sucks is some of the stuff has disappeared over time. I had technical readout 3025 and 3028. For whatever reason, those two technical readouts are worth the most amount of money. But I do still have this one. And then I have this one, which I don't even know anybody else that's ever had this. Yeah, I still also have the original Aerotech and CityTech boxes. Yeah, they're just not in very good shape. I even still have some of the like cardboard cutouts that you could use for mechs. Bear Spirit, funny you mentioned that. As you can see, this book got used. Oh, I still have that technical readout too. This one though isn't not worth much. I think it's worth like 10 bucks. Yeah, dude, we were into we tried out a lot of different games. I have some of the other stuff is buried in a bookshelf in the far corner of the garage over here. We used to play a lot of a spy game called Top Secret. It was like Dungeons and Dragons, but it was like in a James Bond-esque world. All right, that was pretty fun. We played that for a while, and we got into Warhammer 40K. I have an epic amount of Warhammer 40K stuff over in that corner somewhere. I mean, I could field, you know, a 10,000 point army easily, you know, a Space Marines. My sister invested heavily into the Eldar Harlequin, which don't exist anymore. They were removed from canon. We started playing Warhammer 40K when there wasn't even a rule book. It was a series of articles that you had to wait it was like a bi-monthly magazine called comic book magazine called White Dwarf, and that's where they were publishing the rules for Warhammer 40K. Right, I have a 3-ring binder buried over there somewhere that has all the Warhammer 40K rules taken out, and we put them in a binder to make our rule book. But they've changed dramatically. The Warhammer 40K today is not the same as the Warhammer 40K of back then. Battletech hasn't really changed that much, right? Warhammer 40K has changed pretty dramatically. A buddy of mine had all the cyberpunk stuff. Yeah, Bear Spirit, at some point I need to go back through and look. Because I know some of the stuff I have, they don't exist anymore in the Warhammer 40k canon anymore. I also have a lot of first edition Magic the Gathering stuff. That I actually probably need to actually go through again. Some of that is actually probably worth money. I remember that, yeah. I didn't get super into it because it came out not too like, I mean, it wasn't around. We were more into Warhammer 40k at the time, and then I went in the army, graduated high school, went in the army, and kind of didn't have time for any of that shit anymore. The good thing about Magic the Gathering, it was easy to play, right? All you needed was you know, you bust out, you know, a few of the cards. It was easy to set up and play. Where like if you really wanted to do a full Warhammer 40k run, dude, you would we could spend up to a week just getting it set up, right? And that one fight would last the entire summer. Yeah, my sister got pretty upset when they were, because she invested heavily in, as I said, into the Eldar Harlequin with Warhammer 40k, and then they removed the Harlequin from, you know, just the sudden removed the Harlequin from canon and basically reinvented the entire Eldar race and went a different direction with it. You know, after she'd already spent, you know, probably a couple thousand over time, you know, in Harlequin figurines. You know, she had a full Harlequin army. Bear's Fit, yeah, I remember those days. I tried, when I was in the army, I tried to get people into like Warhammer 40k or Battletech, and nobody was really into it at the, you know, it still wasn't socially acceptable to be into those things. Like, you know, like that second edition, if you played second edition D&D, then you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't socially acceptable outside of your tight circle of friends that you played D&D. Hedgehog, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you didn't tell a fucking soul outside of your little group. Funny. All right, we are conducting an intelligence gathering raid on Irisi, and to draw attention away from our actions, we need a diversion. Destroying whatever you find at the marked location should cause enough of a distraction to let us accomplish our goals. But be warned, once you're en route to the target, expect opposition. The locals maintain a militia base in the area and won't take kindly into your presence. Alright, so this will be our first time going against Clan Novacat. This is a 4-mission operation. This could be rough. It could also be very lucrative, because we have hero status with independence. Yeah, Doorbell, yeah, I remember that, dude. Like, it was like bonkers, dude. If you went to church and you mentioned something about Dungeons and Dragons, it was like bonkers. Anybody remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, though? That was actually pretty damn good. At least I remember it being good. I don't know, I haven't watched it in decades, but... yeah, it's a 12-year-old. It was great. Well, dude, it was like I used to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, because I think it came on at 4:30 in the morning in the 80s. Like it was like 4:30 and it came on like 4:30 Saturday mornings. It was Robotech. Injury, did they? In Honor Among Thieves? I've seen that movie twice, and Well, it's an anime, yes. But they put it on Saturday morning thinking it was a kid's cartoon, but it wasn't. Right? It was an anime. It was one of the first animes really brought into the US and redubbed over, right? With American voices, you know, English voices and all that. And because it was a cartoon, everybody just assumed it was for kids. But it was deemed too violent, so they put it on stupid early on Saturday mornings. Right? But in reality, it really wasn't meant for kids at all. Battletech did have a cartoon. I've only seen like clips of it on YouTube, and it was bad.
Oh, so bad.
But yeah, Battletech did actually have a cartoon for a while, but it was bad. If somebody could do it justice, right? Like on the level of like The Expanse or like Fallout, right? If somebody could do a Battletech series, like a live action Battletech series, and actually do it justice. Oh, Bear Spirit, was it? So it was the, like okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes it, okay, that makes a lot more sense then. Durabell, I don't remember any of that. I mean, I remember everybody was always waiting for the novels to come out. They kept recycling the voice lines. It doesn't surprise me. It's like going back and rewatching a lot of the 80s TV shows, like the A-Team, Knight Rider, Airwolf. Yeah, they recycled footage or reversed the footage, right, over and over and over again. Drama, yeah, it can be. It's same with even with the game, dude. Even with this one, some of the voice acting is, right? Oh, you're just referring to the quality, dude. That's why, like, when I played, and I still haven't finished it, but Baldur's Gate 3, dude, the voice acting in Baldur's Gate 3, dude, that set a whole new standard, like, so much so. I mean, before, like, even, like, Kingdom Come Deliverance did a really, really good job, like, the voice actors. Because the voice actors also did all the motion capture for the main characters. Right? Well, it was the same thing for, like, Baldur's Gate 3. Bear Spit, that makes more sense, yeah. I said I haven't actually seen a full. I've only seen clips. Speaking of though, I'm sure you guys have seen the TMC channel with not TMZ but TMC with Hired Steel. They did a super clip of season 1. It ends up turning it. It turns all the little the 4 videos, or is it 5? 4 or 5, few minute videos. It turns it into like a 20-minute episode. Bearsfit, yeah, I haven't. If you're in my Discord, if you scroll up in the MechWarrior channel, if you scroll up just a little bit, it's in there. Even though I have some automatic postings in there, like for example, it's linked to BTA3062's Discord. Man, and Bloody Doves puts out shit all the time, so that channel gets spammed a lot from his Discord. In the BattleTech universe, you would be you'd be a mech tech. See what I did? I know what you. I see what you did there, though. Yeah. MGB is good at the dad jokes every now and then. Yeah, between MGB and one of my moderators, Mr. J Speed. Mr. J Speed likes to troll hard with the dad jokes. Oh, Bear Spirit. Oh my god, dude. Please don't start. All right. Oh, dude, seriously? Oh, 42 salvage points. Well. Oh, and damage coverage? That's a lot of money and a lot of salvage. This is a 4-mission operation, though. 48 days. This whole thing covers 48 days. This is going to be the final episode of Vanilla anyway, so let's do it. All right. How do I want to run this? Hold on. Where is... Yeah, the Night Star. The Night Star is under tonnage, because... once I outfitted with clan weapons... in clan heatsinks, there just wasn't enough slots to do anything with. Alright, so this has a targeting computer Mark III. I have a Mark V. I actually do have a targeting computer Mark V. But I think that it takes 5 slots. Yeah, weighs 5 tons and takes 5 slots. I would have to lose one of the heat sinks, which this doesn't need anyway. Oh, that would actually bring me up to the tonnage we're supposed to be at. Alright, plus 18% sensor range, plus 25% projectile speed, plus 8% laser range increase. That is a big-ass flipping computer, dude. Alright, 11 days to refit that, but I think that might be worth the delay. And it finally won't be under tonnage. I have never put a Mark V battle computer on a mech before, because it's so much tonnage and slots. NGB, it'll be modded. We'll do modded MechWarrior 5. But I also want to get that career going, slightly modded career going again in Kerbal. Doorbell, I haven't used them enough, and especially not like back to back, I guess. I mean, this is the biggest jump. I mean, the targeting computer 1s is only going to be a slight difference. This is going from a targeting computer 3 to a targeting computer 5. So the 5 is the Mark V is going to be the biggest bonus. So we'll see, I guess. And Beresford, it would make sense that it's, yeah. Doorbell, yeah, he's referring to the Battletech cartoon. The Mark 6 computer is even better and is the size of a smartphone. Yeah. Computer technology, well, you have to remember, most of the lore that came out for, around Battletech is from the 80s and 90s, right? When computers were still not exactly small. Even though a lot of it is also still based in real science. Probably one of the reasons why this still stands the test of time, right? You know, like Star Trek, for example, is beloved by many because most of it is based in real science, or at least theoretical science. Doorbell, they would not be wrong. All right, we do not want to go creme de la creme through this, though, because this is a four-mission operation. All right, this is how we're gonna roll for this one. For mission 1, anyway. And at least the difficulty is rolled back to 103. Yeah, the 120 plus difficulties are rough, dude. All right, let's do it.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
But yeah, just so you're aware that this, we will be doing more MechWarrior 5, but we'll be picking mods and going through, and one of the mods isn't that I want to use, is not ready yet.
Our employer wants us to destroy a local military facility. Be cautious of any live ordnance storage they might have on site. Farhad does not want to spend weeks clearing shrapnel from shredded My Army bundles.
Oh, I forgot that I did not swap this back out to an ERPPC. See if I can't get somebody to come out and play over here. Yeah, and you have to remember, the clans thought that the Inner Sphere was invading them. Right, that the Outbound Light Comstar jump ship, the Comstar jump ship called Outbound Light, misjumped into clan territory, into a pirate jump point over the clan Jade Falcon homeworld. Right, they found it by accident. And that's what triggered the clan invasion.
increased activity inside the base.
New target, Blackhawk.
Mech's critical. I can hear the pilot screaming from here.
Bear Spirit. Yeah, there are a lot of the mods for this game are, you know, quote unquote cheats. Some of them can be fun though. Like that one. Right? Or the one where you can put a naval PPC on a mech.
Target acquired.
Rocked him. Target down.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Look! They just brought down an HQ structure! One of our fuel tanks took a direct hit.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility. There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
Target acquired. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That target's a heap.
Destroyed.
Integrity of this place is down to 50%. We're halfway there.
Yeah, I wish they could have done a better job with the battle armor, but
Direct hit. One of our comms towers just took a direct hit. It just went down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
God damn, how many little bastards are there? Did you see the Atlas just punch that? I can't even shoot now.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Roger that. Put all guns on the commander's target. Firing on tank hostile. Couldn't find cover. Lost a component.
Target destroyed.
Roger that. We have a hostile tagged. Focus all fire on it.
Target destroyed.
Gladly. Engage the commander's target.
Target
Roger that. The pilot's dead meat. They just don't know it yet.
Target destroyed.
Just took a bad knock. Lost a component.
Damn, oh my god, dude. Those guys are jacking us up right now, dude.
New target. Dasher. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I see the target, Commander. Let's hit it.
Destroyed.
Damn, my Atlas 2 went down.
Target destroyed.
The commander just handed us a target. Let's snuff it out.
Target
Solid
acquired.
copy. We'll give them hell.
Target destroyed.
One of our fuel tanks took a direct hit.
My Warhammer is about to go down too, damn. I'm sitting there laughing too much about watching that Atlas fucking thump one of the,
New target. Manowar.
Roger that. Let's make that pilot beg for mercy.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Roger that. Commander is ID'd a hostile. Let's unleash fire.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, you got a mean streak, Commander. Great shot.
Mission complete, Commander. I expect our employer to be very satisfied with this result. Head to the evac point for extraction.
where's evac?
Target.
We need to focus fire on that hostile.
Target destroyed.
All weapons on the commander's target.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Copy that. That pilot should kiss his ass goodbye.
Target destroyed.
Solid copy. We'll give him hell.
Alright, where's the exit?
Neutralized.
New target.
Copy that. That pilot should kiss his ass goodbye.
Assaulting the painted target.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we gotta go.
New target. Alert.
Roger that. Commander is ID'd a hostile. Let's unleash fire. Hold order confirmed.
Come on, let's go.
Copy that. That pilot should kiss his ass goodbye. Son of a bitch! Left torso's critical.
Great.
Target acquired.
Yep, there goes my flippin'.
Machine down. Pilot's crying for his mom now.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. System offline.
Oh my god, dude, are you kidding me right now? We're at the flippin' evac point.
New target. Dasher. Weapon destroyed.
Yeah, see, I always get overwhelmed by light mechs, like just shit tons of them. Come on, get in there.
Great showing, Commander.
Shut the fuck up and get me out of here.
We'll be pleased.
Good God, man. Cosplays, dude, it's been every mission against the clans comes out that way. Almost every single one. Like, you just get swarmed by light mechs. Yeah, the problem is those mechs are not exactly... I mean, this is the last... This is going to be my last episode of playing vanilla. I can't take the vanilla AI any longer. Right, but TT Rules AI isn't ready yet, so it'll be a little bit of a break from this. Alright, Clan LRM-15s. Basically, I'm deciding which one to be based on the equipment they have. One of those goddamn things are those fire moths, dude. 162 kph, dude. This link's Delta. Fire moth Bravo. Always use more clan double heat sinks. All right, and some more clan ammo. Injured, 88 days. Great. That was my my regular Atlas. That's right. I didn't bring the Atlas 2. I got headshot. No wonder. That is the third or fourth time the Night Star has been headshot with the clans. I killed 13 mechs. Cosplays, yeah, the next playthrough I'll do will be modded again, back to YAML. But since the TT Rules AI mod isn't ready, I was thinking about seeing how long I could go with operating solo. Right, how far can you go with just one mech? Right, as you continue to skill up and level up. Jesus Christ. Total damages, 17.9 million. Total payout, 7.3 million. And that's only mission 1 of 4. Oh, I'm out of clan machine guns. Well, that sucks. God damn, look at that. Yeah, I won't even be able to repair it back to normal. Because I don't have another one of these. I don't have another tier 5 LBX autocannon solid slug. That was the only one I had. And look at that time frame. And then add in the penalty zone. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this operation. We do not have enough mechs to be able to do it. Even this one's 105 days. Yeah, I don't have another tier 5 LRM-20 Artemis. I was gonna replace these with clan weapons anyway, but I didn't have them, or I didn't have the ammo. I didn't have the ammo is what it was. Do I now? I do. But that frees up a lot of tonnage. Shit, I only have one clan ER large laser. Even this won't be ready. And how much is this going to cost me? Yeah, 330 days and an extra... I mean, the money's not that big of a deal at this point, but that time frame, conflict zone penalty, 210 days. All right, so we're already permanently down 2 mechs. And 1 mech warrior. Yeah, the only time we've ever actually had to deal with this is fighting against the clans. Clans be brutal, but it's the light mech swarms. Almost all of the clan missions that I've done, like outside of the actual storyline, dude, I just get swarmed by light mechs. Like on the way to the exfil zone, and that's where I lose everything. Right? It's death by 1,000 cuts. Do I stream a lot? I stream more than some, but less than some others. I try to stream at least 4 times a week. Sometimes I stream more, sometimes I stream less, but I try to stream at least 4 times a week. Well, we'll be taking a little bit of a small break from MechWarrior 5. I still need to get back to X4 Foundations. Originally, that's what I was going to be doing instead of this, but I didn't, you know, but the DLC for this kind of took precedence because there's also a major update for X4 Foundations if you're an X4 player. But originally, I used to only stream nothing but Kerbal Space Program, and then I got into DCS World, and I started streaming that and DCS World, and every now and then I would stream some Star Citizen. And then Kerbal Space Program 2 came out, and it was an absolute disaster for everybody. So it lost interest. But I used to teach how to play Kerbal Space Program, how, you know, what part of it is actually like matches up with real like flight, real aerospace, real orbital mechanics, all that stuff. And cosplays, I'm sure you know Phil, right? From NG TV, No Guts, No Galaxy. And that guy is like the go-to like mech warrior dude streamer. Yeah, I got way into like deep into Kerbal Space Program. You know, especially airplane, you know, making airplanes and teaching how to make airplanes, because that was like the one area I realized that everybody's streaming, nobody knew what the hell they were talking about when it came to airplanes. Right, and not just airplanes, also, you know, space planes. And I made my own shuttle because I didn't have a space shuttle for a long time, and everybody's like, hey, how come you don't have a space shuttle? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, if I'm going to do a space shuttle, I'm going to make it my own design, right? And let's go with the, you know, basically, if there was a space shuttle 2.0 in real life, what would the Kerbal version of that be? And that's where I came up with this. Right, so this is my Prometheus shuttle design. Single stage to orbit space planes. Like, this is my Zeus single stage to orbit space plane for stock scale. This thing was so stable that I could set it for its attitude for re-entry and get up and go to the bathroom. Right, and while this thing was literally aerodynamically stable through re-entry, enough so that I could go to the bathroom, right, while it was without pausing the game, and just let it continue through re-entry. Right, this thing was always perfectly balanced, regardless of fuel load or payload. Yeah, and this is JNSQ, which is a 1/4 real scale planet pack. It's one of my favorite screenshots. Jeb and his first plane. Merlin, it was. They originally were doing I first ran into Phil and his buddy when they were doing it for when MechWarrior Online was still back in beta. Yeah, this is where we did early space program stuff using, I really like modded Kerbal Space Program. But I don't think I'm gonna go this deep down the modded rabbit hole, because it takes quite a while to get this all to work. Right, these are early Agena and Vanguard rockets. And I also did full manual recovery. Right, I didn't use the recover button unless we're back at the main KSC or one of the other bases. Right, so if your crew came back and you landed in the water, right, or if you didn't land in the water, you still had to go get them. Right, so I would always try to time the re-entries, right, so that you would come, you would land just off the coast of the KSC. Looking for some of those recovery picture screenshots. Yeah, so I would do boats, right? And we would actually go and recover the capsules. Right, and if I didn't have in the tech tree, if I didn't have some of the stuff unlocked that I needed to be able to recover the capsules, we would at least fly out with a seaplane and recover the crew, and we would leave the capsule there until we unlock the tech. Right, to be able to go get them. Right, even the mishaps. Right, if we had a mishap, right, we would still go out and recover the wreckage. Right, for salvage. Right, but we'd actually, as I said, go out and actually recover the crew, recover the capsules, and I would have to, even coming back from Moon, we would have to time it so that based on how long it took to get back, that we would be able to splash down off the coast of the KSC, because a lot of these, this is all 1/4 real scale, right? So a day is 12 hours. So you'd have to calculate how many rotations a planet's going to do and relative to where you are. Right, so when you leave Moon and you come back. Right, this is a different install. Right, so, because if you land on the opposite side of the planet, that's a long flipping way to go. Right, to be able to recover the crew, especially at 1/4 real scale. 1/4 real scale means that it's not just 2.5x, it's actually 2.7. Right, all the celestial bodies are 2.7 times larger than stock, and the celestial distances are 5.4 times greater. Right, so the Earth Moon, or the Kerbin Moon distance was 1/4 of the Earth Moon distance. Right, so as I said, you'd actually go out and, with a seaplane and actually recover the crew. Cosplay, it's more like how you choose to do it. It's a sandbox, so you can do whatever you want. There is actually a mission generating system in Kerbal Space Program outside of a career save, but I don't know anybody that uses it. They added it in because of challenges. The Kerbal challenges were a big deal for a while. So they actually added in to where you could create a whole mission chain type of thing. But I don't know anybody that actually really got into to use it. Right, but there actually is a mission creator editor in the game. Cosplay, yes. And cosplay, you play DCS? Man, I have not flown in DCS in a while. But yes, I flew DCS a lot, quite a bit. And to me, I have no idea what that is. Cosplay, yeah, I stream. I'll only like to have like a little bit of fun with it. If it was like a serious mission, I couldn't stream it because it requires too much concentration. Right, and I didn't play it enough or have enough hours in DCS in any particular airframe. The only one that I would actually really do missions in is some of the World War II campaigns in the P-51 because I was pretty good at flying the P-51. Right, and I could fly the P-51 and still be able to have 2 or 3 different conversations going on with chat at the same time. Right, but some of the more modern stuff, flying the Viper or the Hornet, flying a complex mission with other people and still be able to pay attention to chat. Yeah, nope. Either that or I would practice, carrier, like if I was flying a Hornet, I'd practice carrier landings, right? And, in different types of approaches based on whether, a class 1, class 2, or whatever the hell that hour. It's been so long since I played. However they classify, whether you can see the deck or not see the deck. Right, and we would do, sometimes we'd do races. We'd fly the race course on stream. But yeah, doing some of the more complex mission sets, it's too much going on mentally to be able to also monitor chat. Right, just like I'm currently taking a break from Star Citizen, but I also stream Star Citizen from time to time, since I'm an OG backer from 2012. Right, any of you guys play Star Citizen? I know MGB does, but yeah, I've been taking a break from it. But it kind of get on the more common. If you start teaming up with a bunch of people and the complexity, it's very difficult to keep up with what's going on with multiplayer missions and do chat at the same time. Cosplays, did you sell it, or do you still have it? If you didn't sell it, then you still have it, unless you forgot your login. And even then, you could probably get it back. NGB, hold off, because there might be another Apollo variant coming that won't be medical. Supposedly, the rumor is that it's coming for either CitizenCon or IAE, most likely CitizenCon, since the Apollo medevac and triage just came out, but it may be a cargo variant. And even sooner is CitizenCon. CitizenCon is next week. It's the 11th. And I will be streaming CitizenCon is pre-recorded this year. It's not live, and it's only 2 hours. And so I will be streaming it, and we'll be talking about it when it happens. Well, that's the thing. It actually, because they're constant. It's a big. Doing CitizenCon is a really big production. It takes a lot of hands on deck, and they're trying to get. Everything is focused on Squadron 42 to get Squadron 42 out the door. Right, because Squadron 42 is supposed to launch. My guess is their internal goal, and based on everything, would be Invictus, like at the end of Invictus week. So, like in May of next year. Cosplays, no one has, unless you work for CIG. Cosplays, if you haven't seen this yet, hold on. Let me do a quick search. Is that the one, or is it? Is it that one? Yep, it is. All right, I will link this in here in a second, but I'm just going to give you an idea what's in it, since we're should be doing MechWarrior 5 here. But if you have not seen this, I'll link it. They showed this live last year. All right, I'm just going to play a few seconds of it.
Angel 6, come in.
Go for 6.
I'm getting a faint contact on bearing 287. You picking that up?
Yeah, got it. Scanning now.
But they played all of Chapter 1 live on stream last year.
We're clear. Commercial vessel out of Vega 3. Reminder them that civilian traffic is restricted under lockdown.
Copy that.
Archangel. This is Krugeri.
Come back, Gary.
Redirect to sector 7 Bravo Echo for immediate tasking.
Copy that. On our way.
Yeah, and the cast for this is stacked.
Scimitar. Reposition for heading 038. Copy that. Adjusting heading now. Reaper Squadron. Thanks for joining us. What's your sit rep? In position.
If you watch this, you'll be
Understood.
psyched for Squadron 42.
All flanks. Bishop 1
I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh, let me copy the link. This is worth watching.
Fleet, hold fire until my mark.
But this is over an hour long. Because they literally played like the first chapter. And a lot of it is cinematic, but it's seamless from player gameplay to cinematic and back and forth. Imagine if we had a MechWarrior game in this detail. Good God, dude. And the actors that you see in this are who they or who you think they are.
Strip safeties from the Goliath. We'll have to hit him close. I want him live on launch.
Cosplays, well, the reason that clans and mercenaries are both called MechWarrior 5 has to do with the license agreement with Microsoft.
What are they waiting for?
Mr. Supreme, what's up, buddy? I wish it was more tactical. Right, and not so much like Twitch-based shooter. More of like a tactical shooter. Hey, Hildebrandt. I thought it'd be bigger. But yeah, as I said, this is definitely worth watching. The cast in this is amazing. All right, I'm really looking forward to it. All right, Andy Serkis of Golem fame is the one that did all, and Planet of the Apes. He's the one that did all the motion capture for the aliens. Mr. Supreme, this is
Ship's locked, sir. Fleet's ready.
The hour-long gameplay for Star Citizen Squadron 42 that they showed off last year during CitizenCon. Here's the link to it if you want to watch it. But I know Star Citizen has a lot of controversy around it, with lack of progress, blah 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 blah. And the real reason being is because if you back Star Citizen, this is what your money is currently paying for, is the development of Squadron 42. Right? They're using Star Citizen. They're also developing it, but as the MMO. But Squadron 42 has had priority over the last 10 years. Right, and this is scheduled to be released next year. Right, and as I said, they played this live on stage last year for CitizenCon. Right, in front of a live audience, including with 2 PC crashes. Right, I mean, they showcase all of it, so... But, yeah, the cast on this will blow your mind.
Pledge, mind and body, I will defend the Empire with my life.
Your application to the Flight Academy has been reconsidered. Captain McLaren had submitted a letter of recommendation on your behalf before the battle.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You're safe.
We may be a small crew,
but the work we do matters.
Welcome to the Stanton. I'm Eugene Morrow.
I'm Petty Officer Webster, Chief Mechanic.
This will be your new home.
We got you flying with Lieutenant Commander Colton. He's one of our best.
Sir?
Who the hell are you?
I'm your new wingman, sir. The name's...
You want me to learn your name? Live long enough for me to care.
Baron Actual, you're clear to launch.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Wouldn't it be awesome if there was a MechWarrior game this detailed like this? My god, man, I would never do anything else. PGI doesn't have the manpower or the size to be able to do it. Alright, so that is for Squadron 42, for anybody that was wondering what that was. Right, Squadron 42 is the game that is a single-player game that takes place in the Star Citizen universe, in the timeline, in the Star Citizen universe. It takes place before Star Citizen, the MMO. Right, and as I said, that's where a lot of most of the development has gone into Squadron 42. Right, because they're hoping this. So funding Star Citizen also funds Squadron 42. And then when Squadron 42 releases, the sales from that will fund the final development of Star Citizen to at least a 1.0 release. Anyway. Alright, so now we're on mission 2 of this 4-mission operation. So what do we want to take? Because we are getting hammered hard. Oh, beachhead. I don't want to. I want something faster moving. This mission is a beachhead. All right, I'm gonna take the T-Wolf. The issue is a lot of the intersphere mechs, like the King Crab, for example, they're all like close range, and they'll be hammered before they ever get in range of clan mechs. All right, I'm gonna put somebody in the Atlas 2. That's right, Barrett's the one that's injured. Battlemaster's actually done surprisingly well, and is not all that super slow. Alright, I'm keeping speed for the most of them, with the exception of the Atlas 2. Here's my SRM specialist speed demon. All right, there we go. That'll make that a little bit faster. This is more of an arena mech, but it is still able to do surprisingly well in a battlefield environment. I am a little worried about this moving so much slower than the rest of us. Or I could take... Hellbringer, because I have the Hellbringer modified, so it does 93 kph. So this thing hauls ass, basically. Right, and this is a beachhead mission. But it does tend to run extremely hot. And our tonnage is way down. With that, now I'm gonna go back to the T-Wolf. Our tonnage is still quite down. But nothing else is gonna move fast enough. Even this is gonna be in the back. Go Locust with the machine guns? Yeah, dude, you'd be toast. I don't have any Locusts anyway. I do have a Jenner P with a supercharger. So it does 113 kph before you kick in the supercharger. With the supercharger, I think it jumps up to like 160, 170. Yeah, the problem is that I get, so far all these clan missions that are not part of the storyline, I get swarmed with light mechs, right? So it's like death from 1,000 cuts. Like, it's like one company of light mechs at a time. It's not like one or two light mechs. It's like a company, not even or even a star at a time. It's like a company at a time. Right, or even the last one, we got swarmed by battle armor, and then we got swarmed by light mechs. Oh, with the beachhead, they're gonna have artillery. That's why I need the faster movement in order to be able to take out their artillery. All right, let's do it. Now, it doesn't work on a beachhead mission, dude.
That's as close as I can get you without getting shot down. Our employer's invasion force stands ready to invade once we've gained control over the air defenses of this region. Head to the targeted garrison, defeat any forces you encounter, and capture the installation. I'll be waiting nearby to pick you up. Our employers can't land dropships until the satellite relays controlling air and orbital weapons are destroyed. Destroy them.
We have unidentified bottlenecks on screen. Assume they are hostile and engage.
Well, at least there's a small map. The last map I did with artillery was huge. Alright, I'm gonna run off over here and see if there's any artillery. Because they always seem to be off a lot of times in the corner of the map.
I'm detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
New target, Dasher.
Sensors just picked up a hostile mech.
Couldn't avoid that hit. Lost a component.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
God damn, those things run around so much I can't even target lock them.
I've lost a component.
Be advised, the enemy pilot just ejected. Gladly, engage the commander's target.
Destroyed.
Alright, doesn't look like... Oh, come on. Really? You're gonna fall down it? Alright, doesn't look like there are any artillery guns there. Alright, back across to the other side, and then we're gonna come around a long way. What's worse is when a star of dashers comes up, and they're screening for a star of adders, right? That are loaded with either LRM-20s or ER-PPCs, right? And they start engaging you outside of your sensor range, right? So while you're dealing with the adders, you're getting but with the dasher, the fire moth, right? You're getting nailed by the adders. I think the industry name for the adder is the Puma. Alright, I'm not seeing any cannons over that way, alright. Well, the ER-PPC ones are worst. Right? Because the clan ER-PPCs are very short duration. So unless you're specifically looking at them, you won't even see them fire. It just zip, zip, zip. You know, and you got a flippin' star of those guys. Dude, they will core your mech out in a heartbeat.
Target acquired.
Contact verified. Opening fire.
We have identified mercenary threats on the battlefield. Cut them down.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
This is the first beachhead mission I've done where there's not artillery nailing you the entire time.
New target, Puma.
Solid copy. We are engaging now. That pilot just got schooled. Next down.
Target destroyed.
Roger that. We have a hostile tagged. Focus all fire on it.
Target
Roger that. Advancing to hit that contact.
heat
That
critical.
target's a heap.
Target destroyed.
Came out of nowhere. I will need a fresh component when this is over.
System.
That pilot will think twice before getting in a mech again. Nice work, Commander.
Roxton, target down.
Target destroyed.
Roger on that attack order.
Target destroyed.
Roger that. Commander is ID'd a hostile. Let's unleash fire. Copy that. That pilot should kiss his ass goodbye.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, but see what I mean? Death by 1,000 cuts.
Target acquired.
Radar dish down.
The commander just handed us a target. Let's snuff it out.
Target destroyed.
Alright, I'm gonna come around the solar farm. And see if there's any other guns in this corner that might come online later. Our Zeus is already getting hammered. Nope, not seeing anything back there. Good.
Enemy radar dish destroyed. Enemy radar capability has been disabled. The relay system is disabled. Friendly dropships are en route.
Taking care of any artillery guns that I see.
I've been informed that support is on its way. Let's hope they make it.
Alpha 1-1, this is Whiskey 6-1. Thanks for clearing out that AA installation. Heard you could use a little backup. We're on our way in. Stand by 2 mics. Whiskey 6-1, out.
Alright, I don't see any guns in that corner. Alright, let's go hit this objective.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That's the place, Commander. Destroy the enemy garrison.
Target destroyed.
Pilot came out on the wrong end of that fight.
Just peel the component off of that surret.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Knock that neck out.
Fortified component blasted that target into oblivion.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
God damn, dude. They destroyed the assault mech that came to help us. Those little bastards, dude. This
little rat bastards.
Yeah. Better them as a, you know, as a cannon fodder. Oh shit.
Hostile ground unit.
Good kill. That's why we make the big money.
Enemy forces have destroyed our defenses. All forces in the area converge and eliminate.
Man.
That's it for the local defenses. We can get on with the capture. Stay nearby and keep enemy
Those guys
units
suck.
out of the area while our ground troops deal with any locals and our techs hack into the control systems. Here come the strike teams. Look to the sky. Enemy aircraft inbound.
I haven't seen any clan aircraft yet.
Capturing the base.
I'm staying inside the walls for as long as I can.
Solid copy. We'll give him hell. Down that neck.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Of course, I lose lock right there.
Kerensky, I lost a component.
And into the cliffs they go. What is this guy doing? Alright, there's 3 more enemy out there somewhere. Oh, here they come.
The commander ordered us to rally to his position. Our boots are at the requested point, Commander.
Push to the assigned zone, Commander.
Target acquired.
Solid copy. We'll give them hell.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
That neck's not gonna hold out much longer. Great work, Commander.
Their main force is on its way. Get ready for the worst of it.
New target.
All weapons on the commander's target.
Incoming missile.
One of my components. Mech neutralized.
I see the target, Commander. Let's hit it.
Operation successful, Commander. We can pull out as soon as our employers' forces secure the area.
All
Man.
stations, this is Sierra 1-1. Be advised, we've just completed a re-entry. Lights are green.
I have to say that I've noticed that the clan mechs seem to target you way more than your clanmates. We almost lost our left torso, which would also lost our arm. And I don't have replacements for the weapons on this. At least not the large lasers. I have to say that's probably the cleanest I've come out of a clan mission yet. Alright, I need that large laser. I need a backup. Nova. Mislinks. The Mislinks is more or less intact. Firemoth Alpha, Firemoth Charlie, Firemoth Alpha, that was a Firemoth 1. It's got nothing left though, it's been completely destroyed. Nova's just jump jets. Not super fan of the Delta model. An LB5X and an LRM-20. This Mislinks is completely intact, other than the core. But it's mostly the weapon systems that are on it that I really want. And streak 4, LRM 5. Nothing, nothing. Alright, I guess I'll just take the Nova anyway. And 1 ton of some type of ammo. Ultra AC5 ammo, short. Yeah, but that's not in the vanilla game. I'm missing YAML hard, dude, hard. All right, that's mission 2. We still got 2 more to do.
Your visibility will be limited out there.
Almost lost an LRM-20. Yeah, we won't be using that again for the mission. All right, I'll start the queue on that one. All right. All right, an assassination mission. All right, I'm gonna take my Marauder. Oh, he's still injured. All right, Freeman, even though you don't have the best defense, but you're my other autocannon specialist. All right, so this is an SLDF Royal Guard variant of the Marauder. It's extremely rare. I didn't even realize it was even in the vanilla game at all. But it is. And I have it completely clanned out. Right, just so you know, it comes with a ferrofibrous armor and an Excel engine kit. Well, an Excel engine, hence why you can put so much shit on it. All right, I'm currently running 2 clan ER PPCs, 2 clan medium pulse lasers, 1 clan large pulse laser, a targeting computer, and jump jets. It also has a missile hardpoint in the left torso, a small missile hardpoint. So for a while I was running a clan SRM6, but I decided to get rid of it and go with more better cooling because it ran too hot. Here's my laser master. All right, I do have a Direwolf Alpha, right, which is rolling with 2 clan SRM6 streaks, a clan Gauss rifle, and 3 clan large pulse lasers, and a targeting computer. All right, this King Crab is running with a clan ER large laser, clan LRM-20, and 2 inner sphere AC-20 burst fires. I don't have... I think I have a 1 clan LB-20X, but I don't have any ammo for it. And I think I might have 1 clan Ultra AC-20, but I don't have any ammo for it. Or I have the ammo and I don't have the weapon. One or the other. I'm gonna save this for mission 4. This is my King Crab. This is also an SLDF Royal Guard variant of the King Crab. It's extremely rare. It's only the 2nd time I've ever seen it in a vanilla game. It has ferrofibrous armor. Pretty much that's it in those terms. All right, and of course the bull shark. Do I want to put somebody in the bull shark? And where's my speed demon SRN specialist? There we go. Yeah, the quad zero is the common one. The triple-aught Bravo is the SLDF Royal Guard variant, and it is extremely rare. If you're running YAML, it actually has the variant set up correctly. Right, the options for it aren't quite right, as you know, with a lot of things in MechWarrior 5. They're not exactly lore-based on some of the variants. And they're lore-inspired, I guess is the best way to put it. But this is actually correct with YAML. And even with YAML, it's incredibly rare. In fact, our Warhammer that got destroyed, the 6RB, the 6 Romeo Bravo, and this is also an SLDF Royal Guard variant. I believe it's got an Indosteel internal structure and ferrofibrous armor. But this is also a SLDF variant. Same with the 2R. The Crusader 2R, if you see it, is also the SLDF Royal Guard variant. Hedgehog, I talked to you back in the mechs. It's they sell themselves. You don't need me to sell them to you. So what's up, Hedgehog man? How you been? All right, let's rock and roll. With all the light mechs that you get swarmed with, you need like big, hard-hitting weapons and just don't miss. Right, you gotta one-shot those bastards where possible.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Our targets have given our employer nothing but problems. We've been hired as a solution. Find them and put them down.
Dude, this map is huge.
We'll be on standby to evac you once the job is done.
Alright, last thing I want to do is trigger. If I go take the short route, I'll trigger both locations simultaneously. I don't want to do that. Alright, so we're gonna come back this way and come around from behind. This is there's another SLDF Royal Guard variant of this Marauder. Instead of having the energy in the torso, it's an LB-10X. Right, but even inner sphere equipped, it still comes with the ER. It comes with inner sphere ER PPCs and inner sphere medium pulse lasers in the arms, but it has an LB-10X in the torso, and it doesn't have the missile slot. This one has a large energy slot in the torso and a small missile slot. It comes with a Streak SRM2. Alright, trying to see if I can't get some of these guys to come at me. Basically, with the clan ER PPCs, if you can see it, you can hit it. I missed. There's another artillery gun over there.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Ooh, a hidden object. What do we got?
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation. Brilliant. Payload acquired.
LB-10X solid, tier 5.
Targets at this location. Make way to the next nav point. We might have more luck there.
No garrison here? Make things go boom. No one's at that one either. Cosplays, yeah, it's usually like how I like to equip a king crab. These guys are gonna come in by dropship, almost guarantee it.
We got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's hope we have better luck at the other locations.
That's why I'm always missing these. These are there. Hedgehog. Yeah, I think I remember somebody actually suing their girlfriend for doing their ex-girlfriend for doing something like that. Right, I guess they had some had been playing, like, for example, like World of Warcraft, like from very early days, and had a lot of very, very unique stuff. And they sold all their shit on a all that rare stuff for like 1 copper or whatever the lowest coin is, like 1 gold or whatever it is on the market. Was it that, or they sold his account on a gray market for like $1?
Hostile mech on scope. Let's see what this pilot's made of.
All our targets are here, Commander. Be careful and take them out quick.
Target destroyed.
Copy that. That pilot should kiss his ass goodbye. Punching out!
Destroyed.
We need to focus fire on that hostile.
We've got our main guy. Good job. That's the last of them, Commander.
Are you serious? I just lost my direwolf?
Commander, let's get you out of here now.
Target destroyed. Heat critical. New target. Dasher. Incoming missile.
Yep, and here we go.
We have the target's position marked. Maneuvering for a clean shot.
I'm going for the exit.
Enemy mech down. Engaging with Lance.
And we lost our direwolf.
Shameful. Lost a component.
At least this is a fast exit. LB10X solid slug tier 5. Very nice. Now if I only had a matching one. Oh, I headshot that direwolf. I headshot their direwolf, but not before he headshot mine. What the hell is a Timberwolf Sierra loadout? Oh, that's the SRM6 one. I want that. I'll take that. I guess a clan double heat sink and clan SRM ammo and the clan mask. Nah. I guess I'll take a ton of AMS ammo. I got cord, or our direwolf got cord. 16 million. Clan mechs hit hard, dude. We only got, I mean, collectively we only killed 6 mechs. This has been very costly. Oh, our pilot's dead. Holy crap, our pilot is dead. Boss rifle expert, bulwark, hands-on learner. All right, he finally completed his stuff. Oh man, our direwolf pilot is dead. And look at that. Ouch. Ouch. $6 million and 72 days to fix this one. That's kind of pointless, but Oh, ow. Conflict zone penalty 9 million. Okay, hold on. All right, so just out of curiosity, if I wanted to fix the direwolf out here, how much is this going to cost? Of which, yeah, I don't have the pulse lasers to repair that, but 12 million penalty, 20 million in 278 days to fix this.
No thanks.
Man, this has been a very costly... I don't know. I think we'd actually come out... Is the last one a raid? Yeah, I think we would actually... We're going to come out of this 4-mission operation in the negative. Oh, I lost my other laser specialist. Dude, that's... my laser master. That's who we lost. I lost my laser master. Ow, that hurts. Cosmic, yeah, I have all the DLCs. Yeah, I know I can make it, but we'd have to go back quite a ways to be able to get to them. It doesn't really matter. This is the last mission we're running with this save, most likely. All right, now we gotta run something heavy because we got nothing left. All right, Morgan kills Hero Archer. All right, for the Lerms. Plus, this one, I don't mind if it loses anything because it hasn't been refit with Clan Tech yet. Not that it matters, but... Yeah, this has been a very painful operation. Cosmic, yeah, they do, but I think we're like a month out from one.
Our target is a number of buildings somewhere on this world. General locations have been added to your map. I will update you once we have eyes on the objective.
We're on your target, Commander.
Stop head shooting me. God damn, dude. Jesus flipping Christ, dude. Like...
explosion detected.
I'm losing all my ammo. Come on, get... Oh, I lost a leg. Good lord, dude. What are we supposed to do on this mission other than get our shit pushed in? My god, man. Dude. Dude, that was insane, dude. Yeah, this one has to be a mission restart. Because, god damn, dude. We literally dropped like flipping flies. This is a very small map. And facing off against that much clan firepower, point blank.
Battle mech spotted.
Our target is a number of buildings somewhere on this world. General locations have been added to your map. I will update you once we have eyes on the objective.
Enemy mech eliminated. Let's get that thing.
Come on, get out of the goddamn way.
Roger that. Let's make that pilot beg for mercy.
Target destroyed.
Engaging with Lance. The commander showing us all how it's done. His target's about to go up in flames.
Target destroyed. New target, Loki.
Enemy mech destroyed. Put that hostile in the dirt.
Destroyed. Target destroyed.
Target slippery, Commander. Can't get a shot.
Damn, that time we almost lost the archer. That's the only one actually don't worry so much if we lose it.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. Objective down.
Commander to all
Medium chem laser? Seriously? And the hard part is trying to target the right one that you want your foes to, your compadres to actually take out.
Destroyed.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Alright, what do we got here?
Package acquired.
Cosplays. It'd be kind of a funny, it's just like an ad hoc thing. They should release just a ridiculous like update. With shit like that type of thing.
Target info's not popping up. Focus target has been updated. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Right torso's not functioning. Focus target received, Commander.
Come on, get the flip out of my way, you flipping jackasses. Ammo explosion detected.
I see the target. We're moving to take it out. Tango destroyed. We see the assigned target on screen. We're gonna send it to the dirt.
Machine down. Pilot's crying for his mom now.
Roger that. We're gonna turn that target into debris. Watch out! That thing's gonna explode! Wilco, focusing fire. Got your target on scope, Commander. We'll take care of it. Focusing on issue target.
Scratch that target off the list. That was a great showing, Commander. Our benefactor will be pleased with our success. Now get back to the dropship, ASAP.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
You think I give a shit about the acquisition right now?
With pleasure. Let's obliterate the requested target. Weapons are useless. Punching out.
Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
There's an assault mech over there somewhere.
Copy that.
There he is.
Kiss his ass goodbye.
Oh, we took him out faster than I thought. Come on, step it out. Damn, everything's missing: a torso, an arm, a leg. Yeah.
Well done, Commander. Time to collect our pay.
Woo! Man, 4 mission operations are rough. They can get roughed in general, but man, against clans?
God damn!
I have the car, but it's in storage. Which one's the 002? Oh, the 001, okay. Which one's that one? Alright, we did pick up a tier 3 large pulse laser and a tier 4 Gauss rifle. Inner sphere, 7.4 million. Oh. Shit, it's one share too many for another Direwolf Alpha. Another Hellbringer Prime. Oh no, we have a Hellbringer Alpha. This is the Prime. That Mad Dog is almost completely intact. At least weapons-wise it is. Summoner. Charlie variant. This is the UAC-20. Dude. No wonder we got jacked up so fast. That Summoner has a UAC-20. That Executioner got cored with a quickness. Alright, I'm gonna take the Executioner. Alright, and I guess some Clan Artemis ammo. Couple tons of that. Injured 84 days. Injured 85 days. Dude, our damages, dude, are so high. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, so Herndon is the closest. 27 days. Oh, I had mine actually outfit with Goss for a while. Alright. We're at 154 million. Let's see how much this is going to cost to fix. That's right, that clan machine gun, I don't have one. Yeah, I don't have another tier 20 AC-10, AC-20 burst fire, or tier 5. In fact, I don't even know if I have another... Well, I have 2 tier 4s. I don't like having a mismatched tiers, because they don't fire at the same rates. Let's try it with solids. And I don't think I can refit mine either. Yeah, I don't have another clan LB10X. Yeah, I don't have any of the large pulse lasers. This one has 3 large pulse lasers, and I'm about to put it in storage. Alright, go back to the Dashi. There it is. Cancel that. Alright, everything but the AMS. Just need somewhere to put it. It's not clan AMS, but it is an anti-missile system. Where is my prime? All right, it's already fixed. Okay. Oh, I'm short 1 clan double heatsink. It's weird that its center torso is down 2 armor points. Don't really need that, but... Damn, 20 million. Now, granted, we came out of mech ahead, right? The Timberwolf Sierra we did not have before. I guess I could sell the Executor too. I just wanted Executioner. I just wanted the shit off of it. I don't know where that came from, but we definitely don't need it. I have another Timberwolf Prime in here, but I don't have the equipment to... I have not had the equipment to equip it. But that operation was rough. I thought we would come out of it better than we did, with more equipment than we got out of it. I mean, it was just about a draw. Alright, neither of these guys like us, but we can do a quick duel and then we'll call it a night, I think. And it's just a quick duel for money. I'll take the bull shark. You know, just basically one-shot the fool. Cosplays, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. As I said, this is the last episode of this playthrough. Really?
Another day at the office for these guys, Jackson.
A commando? Alright, as once I go modded, I'll want to start from scratch. But if you're interested in a series, I've been uploading it every night. I've been uploading each episode to YouTube. If you type in exclamation point YouTube, it'll give you the channel. So you can see from the very beginning. This is a vanilla campaign from the very beginning of the game through all the DLCs. But I'm missing my mods.
Is still trying to find its spark as the mech warriors have yet to engage. If they were popcorn kernels, they wouldn't be popping, Jackson. Here we go. All the pleasantries are behind them. They're locked into a battle now. Only unpleasantries from here on out, Jackson.
Oh, did I miss? I must have missed.
Snags the win. We could be witnessing the birth of a brand new star of the arena circuit. Oh, I'm shaking. Probably because I need to use the washroom. But it's also
I'm shaking.
With excitement.
Plus, I actually like the early game where you're like struggling, like really struggling. As I said, I kind of wanted it because since the TT Rolls AI mod needs a couple more weeks in the oven. I was thinking about just seeing how far I could get flying solo. .4v4 heavy. Yeah, I won't want any salvage out of this. Let's go for cash. And I guess a little bit of salvage. Tempted to just roll this solo. Yeah, let's roll it solo, because why not? We'll take the T-Wolf.
Ava Masters coming to you from inside the arena, and we've got a real slugfest about to get underway. He'll be a fan favorite if he keeps doing things like that. Okay, now this fight is officially on. This could be a huge turning point. If their mech shuts down, their opponent will have the upper hand. Oh, there goes a leg. This could really shift.
Oh, come on, I'm stuck.
Here. Their mech is going critical. This could be a huge momentum swing. The heat's on early. This can make or break a mech warrior. Can they push through, or will they just crumble under pressure?
Come on, get off the damn rocks.
They're about to go critical.
Target destroyed.
Alright, where's this last guy?
New target. Crusader. Incoming missile.
That's messed up, dude. You left your guys out to hang. My left torso's open. Shit, I just lost something. I lost one of my LRM-20s.
Incoming missile.
Oh, looks like someone just lost a metal limb.
We're gonna lose the whole left side here in a second.
Incoming missile.
It just went off out there.
God damn it.
Direct hit. Their firepower just took a hit.
I think I just popped his ammo, though. Yep, I did. He's got a pair of streaks left. And he's dead.
Jake Mason clinches the victory. Sponsorship deals will be rolling in if he keeps this up.
It just goes to show you, though, just how supreme clan tech is. We lost even one of our LRM-20s. Problem is, what sucks, man, is it like you lose like those LRM-20s. If you were to try to buy one in a store, if you find one, they're like 8 million. Those flipping PPCXs, dude. Luckily, I had one laying around. Yep. Alright, so when we did the last mission, last story mission out of the DLC7, the Shadow Kerensky, it feels kind of open-ended, so it makes me wonder. Right, if there's another DLC coming at some point. Right, and we know the calendar also, well, the calendar doesn't stop, but the news feed stops. In 3057, I think. I think is when the newsfeed stops. I think is what I read. Right? Anybody, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Right? And in 3058, there's another major event that happens in the BattleTech universe. So we'll see if there ends up being another continuation of this. But that is going to do it for me for this evening. And this will draw this series to a close. Right, the next time we do MechWarrior 5, it'll be modded. So probably later this week, I'll do a stream where we're actually looking at all the mods again. All right, some of them I already have I just left them installed. They're just not on. They're not activated, like YAML, all that stuff. But we'll have to look and see which ones have completely updated, which ones haven't. And there's rumors that there may be another hot fix coming. Right, if you notice, the machine guns are all wonky, and there's a few other things. So there may be another hot fix coming, which will hit all the mods at the same time again. So I also want to see if that's going to happen. The other thing this week is I want to get Kerbal Space Program going again, but it won't be a full-time thing like it was before. Like nothing but all Kerbal, nothing but Kerbal. Where is... I want to see something real quick. I need my calendar. All right, and this coming Saturday is CitizenCon for Star Citizen, which we'll be going over. I can't remember what time it is, so we may be not watching it live. We may be watching a replay. It depends, because I think it's at... it might be when I'm asleep. It might be like 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So we'll see. I have to double check on that. But that'll be Saturday. So Saturday will be Star Citizen for sure. We'll be talking about it mostly, right? And watching the CitizenCon presentation. And compare it to like last year's. Last year's was in live and it was 2 days long. Right? With lots of different panels, all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so no stream tomorrow. And then maybe Tuesday, we'll do final mod selection for KSP 1. By the way, if you're in the market for Kerbal Space Program, do not get Kerbal Space Program 2. It is a waste of money. Development on it has been abandoned. Right? And it is a far cry from what the original one was. Anyway, I digress. And then maybe Thursday, we'll look through MechWarrior 5 mods. Right? And see which ones we want to go with, and then get another one going there. And at some point, I also want to get X4 going again. Right? X4 is also a massive time sink. Right? To get in and get running with. Right? So, lots of stuff to do on that front this week. Thanks, Cosplays. All right, so once again, thank you guys. If you guys need any of the social links, here you go. All right, so that way you can follow me on X, on Twitter, Blue Sky, and or Discord to know when I go live. Right, if you have not hit that follow button for me, please do so now. Much appreciated. Right, and if you need access to YouTube, because all of these are being uploaded to YouTube. Right, there's my YouTube channel right there. Right, this is the most complete series. Right, as I said, all of these videos have been uploaded to YouTube with the exception of today's video, which I will upload later this evening. So all of it will be there for posterity forever. Right, everything on YouTube is forever. Everything on Twitch is fleeting. All right, but you guys have a great morning, great afternoon, great night, great whatever it is, wherever you may be. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Until then, stay dangerous. And thank you again.